We're in today with the Quadro FX 580. This is a 2009 video card with 32 shaders. It's got half a gig of VRAM, GDDR3, running at 450 MHz on the core clock, 800 MHz on the memory clock, 128 bits bus width, DirectX 10, and today we're gonna pair it up with this Intel Core 2 Quad Q9650 with 4 cores and 4 threads. Very interesting video card. The best thing we can do for it is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Let's jump in underground and see how it's performing with this Quadro that was designed for CAD work, for workstation. Even though it was overpriced, it was still similar on the GeForce category. When it comes to gaming, I think it will have been much better to stick with the GeForce. We can actually see it's doing okay-ish here. By the way, Daniel, he didn't say nothing about the quality. Let's take a look and see how it looks. 1024 with look at that, medium details. Can we amp it up? Let's see, maximum details 30 FPS. Let's put it to 800 by 600 with maximum details. Do I get a standing chest? 53 FPS, 52 FPS. Oh my god, look how nice it looks. I got 140 watts consumption from this. I think if I want 60 FPS, I have to go with 640. But regardless, it shows me that if you put the right games, you can actually get some nice performance from this. I don't know, it feels very weird. It feels very unachievable back in the days to have a Quadro video card like this, because it felt like it was only obtainable for companies to have for machines, the workstation. When it came to gamers and gaming, it will have been much better with the GeForce video card. Very interesting to see now this type of Quadro running in all games, because now it's very accessible. You know, this type of GPU, it's on the market very cheap, and if you're interested on building an old machine, you have to be like, all right, you're cheap, but which one is better, this one or a GeForce? Because I keep looking on that table and I see 9600, 9500, 9400. It's like maybe I don't know. If it's cheap, it doesn't matter the difference, because then you will get it and try to optimize it. In this situation, the video card is doing the job. You got look at that, 100 megabytes of VRAM utilization. Very surprised it's using 100 megabytes. Not bad. 700 megabytes of system RAM, only one core utilized from the CPU. Don't have any problems here in this game with this CPU. So yeah, I think the best thing I can do is just jump in another games and see how this FX is working. Until now, I had no problems with the drivers, so optimization wise it's good and it's running really well. There's a big gap of years in between this, so there is not a big problem with the optimization. This is gonna be very hard on the video cards. I wanna test this video card with more games, and I wanna see how they are performing relating to the GeForce side. And in Fallout, apparently it's working with 20-30 FPS. I remember it was not a very pleasant experience when I had my Core 2 Duo CPU with 9500 MGS or something, or GT, and I remember I had to put everything on low details so I can play the game. Every single time I see a Quadro, I know they are limited, you know, like you enter the MS Afterburner, you start the software, you cannot move nothing. Quadro, they are specific for workstation and you cannot overclock them and you cannot adjust nothing. You know, this is what I've seen with new Quadros, you know, or newish Quadro. Funny thing is with this, I can move the slider, I can put it on 500 megahertz. I can put it to 800, 900 megahertz on the memory clock. You can literally move the slider. So if I'm interested on overclocking this video card, apparently you can. I don't know, maybe it's Windows XP drivers, whatever. But in this situation, I will definitely like to use some overclocking, but I don't want to, because I want to compare it to other video cards in the future, and got some nice series video cards that I want to test in the future with mobile version MXM, you know. So I'm not interested on destroying the video card with overclocking, but I'm just saying that it's possible on this one to overclock it. Seriously, I don't know what was because back in the days, you know, CAD version Quadro video card, they were like had specific features from NVIDIA that you couldn't find it on GeForce. Maybe seriously, this is one of those video cards that had some interesting features. I learned from Fallout 3 that 800 by 600, it's a bit demanding for this video card. I'm looking at GeForce GT 120 and I'm like, I was just looking at the specs and I was like, what the heck is going on? Hey, seriously, So on the GPU clock on the 120, it's got higher frequency. I just realized 738 megahertz on the core clock, the GT 120 versus this one. So that one will be much better, even though it's got the same core, even it's got the same processor. Seriously, it's very interesting to see other video cards how they are performing, but in this case, definitely on low details with 640 is holding 78 megabytes of VRAM utilization. Let me do a reset. Temperature wise is good, so there is no problem on utilizing this in some older games. You know, back in the days it would have been a big problem, you know, to pay lots of money and have this type of performance. Not okay. I think people didn't like that. Had 9600 GT and a 9500M GT in a laptop, and I'm trying to replicate now that computer, but it's very hard to find MX video cards. I like this, seriously. I like this attitude this video card is offering here, and I think there is a little more for this video card. You know, the other games can be put on this video card and it can offer me different type of experience, FPS, depending on how you look at it. I don't know nothing about this, but definitely in the right direction. System wise, I don't have any problems. I only got 3 cores. Look at that, 3 cores utilized. The CPU is doing the job, and I think overall performance, it's okay-ish theoretically. This is getting better and better. 800 by 600 in Assassin's Creed with load quality. You can actually see the video card is utilizing 100 megabytes of VRAM. Maximum core load 53 degrees. I got some utilization on the CPU. You can actually see some artifacting on. See how it's MS Afterburner, how it's leaving a shadow, because I don't know why is it doing that, but you can see the CPU is being utilized. 57% load on the CPU, 60% load on the CPU. I got 160 watts consumption from the whole computer. I think that if I put VSync in this situation, it's gonna do much better. This video card, it's meant for older titles. You cannot, I don't know how it's working with professional software that was designed for. In this situation that I'm now, I think I will have chose the 9600. Now that didn't had a lot of work with AutoCAD. I actually did that, and the 9600 GT was doing okay. I remember, seriously, I remember 9600 working in AutoCAD, and it was doing fantastic. Very interesting, seriously, very interesting performance from this Quadro. I think I have to jump in a couple of more games and see how it's performing with other games. This is gonna be very interesting to test, because this is not 640 because of MS Afterburner. I think this is more like 1280 by 1024. I got everything maxed out, so I'm gonna keep it like that. Don't touch the details, Daniel, and everything will be okay. Look at that, maximum details. I mean, this is not okay because I think the resolution can be a little lower. That's it. Okay, so I'm on 1024. It's holding okay, got 60 FPS, it's very fluent now. Look at that, now I got 60 FPS. But it doesn't have over 100 megabytes of VRAM utilization. I think this is the type of game that I need to put on this video card. Even though I had problems with this video card, you can see that with the right resolution, the right quality, right games, you can get away with this. Nice! Playing old games, Spiderman with this video card is kind of cool. It feels very arcadey, seriously, but it does the job. 51 degrees on the video card, doesn't have any problems. 60% load on the core. It's not utilized. I don't know why. I think it's reaching a limit on the FPS. I think the best thing I can do is just play the game and see how it's performing. But 60% load on the video card, then it's not too much.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
Thanks, Spider-Man. By far, the best thing I can do in Far Cry is put it on 800 by 600 with low details. This is it. You know, if I'm interested on playing the game, this is how it needs to be set up. This is not a high-end or a mid-range gaming video card, but it does offer me the possibility of entering the game because of the DirectX features. It's got half a gig of VRAM that I cannot use because it's got low memory bandwidth. You know, in this case, with this amount, I think this is the whole problem here, why you got 500 megabytes of VRAM if you're not capable of using it. Well, Daniel, this was designed for CAD software, you know, not for gaming, because in gaming you need lots of passwords in order to benefit from this half a gig of VRAM. And when it comes to software, you know, like a CAD version, this half a gig of VRAM was barely minimum for them, you know. So 128 bits didn't matter, but the amount of VRAM, it was way too low. It was like a bare bone half a gig back in the days. So Tesla video cards had even higher video memory amount. In this situation, in Far Cry with 800 by 600 on low details, it shows you that the video card, well, it's not benefiting from the specs, and it was not meant for this type of utilization. So if I'm interested on playing Far Cry with this, yeah, I'm not gonna benefit from the memory or the core. I mean, the core is maxed out, temperature wise is good, there is no problem on utilizing the video card like this, but you have to be on low resolution with low quality. And in this case, it's doing the job, but don't expect too much from the video card. If you manage to find this old relic for less money than a coffee or a sandwich, I would say this is fantastic, because this video card is gonna last you more than a sandwich or a coffee. This is going to be very interesting in Age of Empires. Let me check and see what we got here. Game options. I got 720p, 32 bits, low, medium, quality, everything. It's very interesting performance. I want to play this game, and I think there is a couple of options here and there that allows me to play it, you know, but yeah, definitely in the right direction with this. 99% load on the video card score is good. I got 55 degrees on this occasion with the video card. Not bad on this occasion. I need more FPS here, because every single time I'm playing this game with this resolution, when I'm full on the map with armies and stuff, it's lagging, and that is not okay for this amount of FPS I got now. You know, so I think going on a low resolution, not on this 720p, is more advantageous in this case. Let's see if we can actually put 1024. 40 FPS is not ideal, but I'm blaming maybe the bandwidth here that is got 128 bits. Maybe it's not ideal. Does it work? Yes. Do I like it? 1024 with this. If I have no options, I can play the game, you know. I will definitely like to find other ways so I can improve the performance, maybe some settings, maybe some, I don't know. It feels like 40-50 FPS is not enough if I will fight with a lot of ships and armies, you know. Maybe it's not gonna be the ideal performance, but in this case you can clearly see that it's almost there. Mafia, it's a great game to play on older video cards, and in this situation you can clearly see the video card and the system is doing a fantastic job on delivering this performance with this video card, and I like it. 140 watts consumption, it's doing okay. Maximum load on the video card score, 188 megabytes of VRAM. So the game is utilizing, I think, open world games, it will be fantastic for this video card. This is a very weird and quirky video card with half a gig of VRAM. In the gaming industry, it will be like you need 256 bits bus width in order for this video card to run with half a gig of VRAM perfectly, because with 128 bits it's gutted, you know. 256 megabytes of VRAM, it would have been okay, but this was not designed for gaming, it was designed for CAD, and there this is quite low when it comes to VRAM side. But regardless, we're using it for gaming, and in this situation I got very interesting performance. The only thing that matters in this situation is the temperature. The temperature is good with this, it doesn't heat up, it's got 53-54 degrees. Majority of the time when I had a 9 series, a 9600 GT, I was playing even worse game than this on that video card. Games that were designed for AGP video cards. I didn't play high-end games that were using my GPU on 90% load. No, all games barely utilizing 20 megabytes of VRAM. Warcraft 3, old Half-Life that barely used 20-30 megabytes of VRAM. Those are the games that represented my gaming times. Definitely a great and interesting experience with this Quadro FX. I'm not bashing the video card, because if you can get one very cheap or next to nothing, or you can find it in a very cheap computer and you say, what I can do with this video card, this, you know, retro gaming, it's actually good for this. Great video card, not going to complain because I got a cheap, is doing exactly what I want, and if I'm interested on restoring an old machine, this video card can do the job. The only thing I have to be careful is the temperature. That's it. If I can maintain this video card and I can keep it cool, there is no problem in the future. Considering how old is this video card, 2009, I will say it managed to survive really well, and it did exactly what it needs to do. Play some older titles. It's got one slot dimension, it doesn't use external power supply, it's got display ports, DVI. It's a very interesting video card, you know. It's one of those that can do the job and be utilized in an old machine with Windows XP. I don't know how if it's working with Windows 7, I'm actually curious. If you can find this in an older machine, it's worth keeping it because it does exactly what you need. That display port is actually fantastic, and I don't know if it's audio, but I will definitely look in the future to see how it's performing there. Imagine having this video card on a high-end monitor playing some old games, you know, with high refresh rate. Very nice idea with this video card. It was designed for AutoCAD and software and workstation, but when it comes to gaming, yeah, it's not very ideal, that 128 bits. It needs 256 bits bus width in order to benefit from that GDDR3 500 megabytes of VRAM. But it doesn't matter, I have it, I'm grateful, it was very cheap, and definitely would like to see other games or other operating system with this video card. If you have any suggestions for this video card or for the system, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.